All right.
You've seen it, right? Your dog's just sleeping, and then you notice the soft whimpers, the paws twitching like they're running in place, maybe even a little muffled bark. It's just so peaceful, but it totally makes you wonder, what's going on in there? Are they chasing squirrels, reliving that awesome walk in the park? Or is it, something deeper, something connected to the day they just spent with you? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into.
All right, so to really get to the bottom of doggy dreams, we first have to look at where they happen, the world of sleep. And what's pretty amazing is that the way your dog's sleep is structured is surprisingly similar to ours. So both our brains cycle through these two main stages. The first one is called NREM, which stands for non-rapid eye movement sleep. Think of this as the deep, quiet, recharge your batteries phase. But the real action when it comes to dreaming happens in stage 2, REM, or rapid eye moving sleep. This is when the brain lights up and gets super active. For us and for our dogs, this is basically prime time for dreaming.
So yeah, when you see their little legs start kicking, or you hear that tiny yip, that's not just some random muscle twitch. No way. That's a real, visible sign that your dog has hit REM sleep and their brain is busy building a whole dream world. The thing is, for the longest time, what was in that world was a total mystery.
But then, that all changed. Science figured out a way to pretty much eavesdrop on a sleeping brain. And this was it. This was the moment we could finally stop guessing and get our first real peek into what an animal is dreaming about.
This huge breakthrough came out of MIT, specifically from the Center for Learning and Memory, led by a researcher named Matthew Wilson. Now here's the thing. They weren't even studying dogs. They were working with rats, but what they discovered basically cracked the code for understanding animal dreams and laid the groundwork for everything we know today.
And the experiment itself, it was just so elegant. First, they trained some rats to run a maze to get a food reward. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, while the rats were running, the scientists were recording these unique firing patterns from neurons in the hippocampus. That's like the brain's memory center. Then, they just watched the rats as they slept. And here is where it gets absolutely incredible. During REM sleep, the rats' brains replayed those exact same neural patterns in the exact same order.
I mean, just think about what this means for a second. This replay wasn't fuzzy or random at all. It was so precise, so identical to when they were awake, that the researchers could literally tell where the rat was in its dream maze. They knew if it was dreaming about running or just standing still. They were basically watching a memory play out live, inside a sleeping brain. It's unbelievable.
Okay, so why? Why does the brain do this? Well, this nightly replay isn't just for fun. It has a super important job to do. It's all about turning the day's experiences into long-term memories. It's how the brain sifts through everything that happened and decides, okay, this is important, let's keep it.
This whole process is called memory consolidation. You can think of it like the brain's own nightly study session. It takes all the important stuff from the day, all those short-term notes, and it just replays them over and over again to file them away as permanent memories. It's kind of like watching the day's highlight reel to really lock in everything that was learned.
And Matthew Wilson, the lead researcher, put it perfectly. He said this proved that animals are, quote, dreaming, and their dreams are connected to actual experiences. So this wasn't just random brain static. No, this was a direct replay of their life.
And this is the key takeaway for you as a dog owner. When you spend all afternoon teaching your pup a new trick, like shake or stay, the most important part of that training might actually happen hours later, when they're totally asleep. That's when their brain is practicing that lesson and locking it into memory for good.
But here's where things get really interesting when we talk about dogs. We know they're replaying their day, right? But we can't just assume their dream world is anything like ours. To even begin to imagine what a dog's dream is like, we have to stop thinking with our eyes and start thinking with our noses.
See, for us humans, the world is mostly visual. We see things. But for a dog, their whole world is built from this incredible tapestry of smells. Scent is how they get information, how they recognize people, how they figure out their environment. It is their reality. And let's put this into perspective for a second. In our DNA, more than half of the genes that control our sense of smell are basically switched off. They're inactive. Now in dogs, it's only about 20%. I mean, their biological hardware for smelling is just on another level. It means that in every single breath, they're taking in a universe of information that we can't even begin to comprehend. So let's go back to that idea of a highlight reel. If your dog's brain is replaying the most important parts of the day, what do you think that reel smells like?
It's probably this incredible symphony of scents, right? The smell of you walking through the door, the smell of the grass at the park, the scent of that new dog they met on your walk. Their dreams are almost certainly built not just on what they see, but on this powerful, memorable world of odors.
And this all leads to a really powerful idea, doesn't it? If dreams are made from daily experiences, and we know good sleep is crucial for memory, then that means we, as dog owners, have a direct hand in shaping the quality of our dog's dreams. I mean, science confirms what we probably already feel in our hearts, right? A dog's emotional state during the day massively impacts their sleep at night. A stressful, anxious day can lead to really restless, broken sleep. But a day that's full of positive experiences, good exercise, and a feeling of safety, that's what leads to the deep, restorative sleep where all that good dream work and memory building happens. So the question is, how can we help them build the best highlight reel possible for their dreams? Well, it really just comes down to giving them a great day to dream about. You know, things like regular exercise and mental stimulation, like teaching them a new trick. Give their brain awesome, positive stuff to work with. A healthy diet and a safe, comfy place to sleep, that's the foundation. And of course, keeping them healthy means there's no pain or discomfort getting in the way of their rest. It's simple, really. A happy day makes for happy dreams.
So the next time you look over and see your best friend twitching away in their sleep, try to see more than just a cute sleeping dog. What you're really seeing is a brain hard at work. It's replaying the day's adventures, strengthening those memories, and locking in all the lessons they learned. You're literally watching them process the story that you helped create for them that day. So what story will their dreams tell tonight?
All right,